You suffered a bigger loss than the campaign loss last year when you lost your brother, your oldest brother, to COVID-19. You talk about that in the book. 582,553 COVID deaths as of tonight in this country. And your family suffered one of those. I want to read from this passage and the way you described something that so many people in America have gone through, that news you're getting with the relative in the hospital who has COVID. This is on page 89 of Elizabeth Warren's book, Persist. Now the news came in sharp bursts from an overworked nurse to a frightened wife to me. He's in trouble. He won't make it through the night. He's better. He ate a little bit. He's sitting up. He's a charmer. He's going to pull through. He's failing again. His fever is worse. He's gone. Don Reed died alone, no wife, no sons, no grandchildren or brothers or sister. Senator Warren, you shared that experience now with over 500,000 Americans more than 500,000 Americans have died. That leaves millions upon millions upon millions of Americans who had that experience that you had. What does that do to you? As you were approaching last year, watching the Trump administration handling this COVID crisis and now seeing the Biden administration take over?
It broke my heart, and it made me deep down furious. As the book also mentions, on the day my brother died, Donald Trump was talking about the inconvenience of COVID and that he couldn't play golf and that it was all magically somehow going to disappear. Magically. He didn't need a plan. He didn't have to have a strategy to deal with this. He didn't have to have an immediate, urgent response while people we loved were dying. And it made me more determined than ever, not only to see Donald Trump defeated, but also to hammer home the importance of having a government that is competent and a government that is on the side of the people, a government that doesn't look the other way when the people we love are in need and when they're dying. That's what being in the Senate is about for me, but I think it's about what all of us feel. We need to take better care of each other. We need a government on our side. And now we got Joe Biden. And he is. That is the difference. He called me when my brother died. He is a man who cares and a man who is determined to run a competent government. And I am grateful for that, and I want to help him succeed.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.